Hi Aquarius, welcome to your March 2022 reading. We're going to jump right on, and I've actually filmed this a couple of times, but there was no sound. So I've reshuffled your cards, I've relayed them out, so we'll see where this reading goes. This will be for Sun, Moon, and Ascendant sign of Aquarius for March of 2022. Let's get started. We have the Queen of Swords. This is well, let me show you. This is the influence of the angels, and it's all based on historical portraiture. So this is not necessarily female, but more feminine energy. Not necessarily even passive energy, just a little softer. But she is 100% savage. She will tell you what you need to hear, whether or not you ask, whether or not you want to hear it. Whether or not you like what she has to say, not her concern. This is the information that you need. Her sword is there. She is shuffling through her paperwork. Portrait of her family up here in the corner. Very loyal person. Very tough to get through that shell. But air energy, you are represented right smack in the middle of your own reading. Air energy, air sign, Aquarian card, gorgeous. And that energy is crossed with justice. A more air energy, you'll see she has the blunted sword. And what were we just talking about? Information that you need, whether or not you want it, whether or not you asked for it. Card of karma. A card that also represents air energy. Again, that blunted sword. A card of reciprocity, a card of balance. And again, whether or not you want to hear it, it's not always going to run in your favor, but it's always going to run fairly. Base of the reading. Two of Pentacles. This is the card that is a little bit scattered in energy. She's standing on one foot. The waves are crashing around her. She's balancing these two coins. It is a card of, and she's not even paying attention to the coin. She's kind of looking up at the angel, up at the sky. So she's distracted. She's perhaps a bit confused even that she, has all of these plates in the air, and in some cases, literally plates. Plates in the air. If I can't pay all of my attention to this one thing, but I've got to keep this other thing going. So it's a lot of scattered energy. Immediate past. Five of Swords. A card of defeat. A card of thinking that you perhaps got away with something. A card of just, we don't know exactly what has happened, but there has been some sort of battle. Nobody's happy in this card. Even the guy who's the victor doesn't have a great expression on his face. He knows he did these people dirty. He knows this could have been a more fair fight. So it's a word to the wise. It's a little difficult to see in life. This kind of hooded person here, this angel up here. But when you do wrong, somebody always, even if it's just you, if you're trying to get one over on somebody, even if it's just you, there's always somebody that knows. Top of the reading, we have the Four of Pentacles. This is a card that speaks of putting your efforts where they will do the most good. And it's a 4. It's a very stable number. It is a card of growth, because it's up from the 3. It is also a card of kind of, I don't want to say selfish behavior, but kind of stagnated energy. She's going to take all these coins and put them in that box, and that is all she's going to do with them. When she comes back in a year, in a month, in 10 years, there's only going to be 4 coins in that card. She's not going to invest them. She's not going to purchase anything. There's lovely little houses in this town behind her, but she won't have any of that because she only has these 4 coins. Now, granted, I'm not saying don't save. I'm certainly not saying that. Saving has its place, especially if you're a little bit sketchy. Uh, things are, at least here in the United States, far more expensive than they were previously. However, she is also kind of missing out by being as closed off as she is. When she comes back, she might, if she invests those coins, may have 8, 10, 12, 1,000. But if she puts them in that box, she's going to come back in 10 years and not be any better off than that she is right now. Immediate future, we have the Six of Pentacles, which is the minor arcana version of this. So this is the energy that's mirroring itself, this kind of karmic energy. You get what you give. And what were we just saying? Taking your efforts, taking your fortune, be it good fortune or physical money, and putting it towards the betterment of the community. It is a card of karma. What you get, what you give, and you give what you get. And if you're investing within the community, you're going to get so much more back. And it does have, and at least in the rider weight, the person giving out the coins also has a scale. So there is this sense of balance. And it's got the same, similar iconography. It's got similar imagery of balance, but a very similar message to this Four of Pentacles of making sure you're putting your money where it will do the most good, making sure your efforts are well placed. Because again, in the Rider Waite, there's a gentleman standing out a window just dispensing money, and there's somebody right underneath the window that's getting all of that money when it could be going out further into the community. It could be doing more. Let's see what your environment shows. This is your internal environment. This is the energy that you bring to the situation, and it is the King of Cups. A little bit of empathy, a good bit of emotional intelligence, and a hope that he has. I like to think of all the court cards as holding their own aces. And they all have those individual cups. He has his cup. He does kind of have that 1,000-yard stale. This is based on the portraiture of Erasmus of Rotterdam, who was a priest and a Renaissance era writer, a theologian and intellectual. Very wise, learned man, friend of Thomas More's. He wrote Utopia. Thomas More did not, Erasmus. So great intellectual, but a great capacity for compassion and love as well. He was a priest. He loved his community, worked really hard in his community. So he had a great capacity for compassion. So, keep that in mind. It's not always head over heart that rules the day. External environment, Seven of Swords. What did we just talk about? It's sister energy to this. It's, again, trying to get one over on people. This character here has robbed this community in the background of all of their swords. He distracted their guard dog by throwing a wolf or a baby lamb to literally the slaughter. It's kind of gruesome, but you can kind of see it in a way to distract it. And just like we talked about with the 5, the 7, you think you're getting away with something, but there's always somebody who knows. And even if nobody else knows, you do. He, again, knows that he's not doing the right thing. The look on his face is not, haha, I'm happy about my actions, because he's not. Hopes and dreams. Nine of Cups. This is abundance. This is wish fulfillment. This is happy, healthy, eat, drink, and be merry. Who doesn't want that? Overall outcome, victory. This is the Six of Wands. It is it's a victory parade. The battle is long over. This is a card of, this is an organized after the fact celebration. He's in his armor, but it's ceremonial armor. He's got his banners. People are riding white horses, which you would not have done in battle. Those are obviously white elephants. So the fact that they're white and they're white elephants, because they could easily be white horses, they could easily be drawn as these beautiful, magnificent stallions, or people pulling them. Victory has its burdens. Celebrity has its burdens. So you want to bear that in mind before you get too caught up in the accolades, in the celebration, in the celebration of you. But celebrity is a double-edged sword. So what I'm getting off of this card is, that's a very big pedestal. That's a very high pedestal. Be kind to the people on the way up, because you may need them on the way down. Not saying that you're going to fall off of that pedestal, Aquarius. It's just possible. Like I said, I see a lot of karma, a lot of karmic energy in these cards. Be kind. Do, put the energy towards the community, because it's not all about you. And I know you don't want to hear that. But, if you think you're getting one over on the person or the community or other people, your boss, a relationship, whatever, I see a lot of karma. And I have a lot of Aquarian friends. Karma can be this Queen of Swords. Karma can knock you down a peg. So just be mindful of that. Like I said, forewarned is forearmed. Let's see your clarifier. Eight of Pentacles. Okay. So what I want you to remember and be mindful of is, celebrations take a lot of work and a lot of patience and a lot of time to organize. They take earning. Glory may be forever, and I want you to enjoy that. There's no but here. Just be mindful of the amount of work that it may take to not become this guy, to not become that guy. A little bit of compassion and a little bit of emotional intelligence goes a way long way, especially if you're feeling a bit scattered and there's a lot going on, and just carry that information with you. Rome was not built in a day. All right, I will leave it there, Aquarians. I see you next time. Please check out your weekly readings, the weekly collective readings. And if you like this type of reading, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Bye, family.